In today's video, I'm going to show you the 4 ways that I use what I have on my farm and why I added rabbits to my farm and how I make soil without ever needing to buy fertilizer from the store. I have never bought 1 bag of fertilizer. I have never bought any pesticides. I don't believe in putting toxins or synthetic fertilizers in the ground. Yeah, so first thing is going to be the easiest way is my beautiful compost pile. The guy who I bought the land from actually had this compost pile started before I moved in, so I just kind of kept it. This is a very easy compost method system. It is a hole dug in the ground. I added some guadua and made it a bit of a square so I could keep it here without, when it rains, it running off and going away. So yeah, I'm just going to dump my food scraps, ash, coffee grounds, anything I feel like I'm going to put in this compost. I turn it occasionally, not a lot. This is a very simple method. You really just dig a hole and then cover it up. I don't have a lot of things coming into my compost because the dogs keep everything out. The biggest problem I have is my puppy Nixie likes to come down here and eat the compost. But we have them, they only come down with me. So yeah, I dump my waste, my food scraps in, and then I cover it with a brown material because compost shouldn't be soaking wet. And that is also why I cover it with this plastic. It rains a lot here, so I don't want it to get super wet, but I do keep an eye on it. I don't turn it like traditional turning compost if you had it somewhere else, but I will kind of go in here and take a look at it like so to see how it's doing. And you know, if it needs turning, how it's doing, what kind of bugs I got going on, what I got. So yeah, this is taking a while to get looking good, but composting, you know, it's not overnight. It takes time. It's not too wet, it's not too dry. It's actually perfect. It looks really good. This is sort of a new well, it's not new because I've been using the same spot, but I took a lot of the compost to put it all over my garden. So this isn't gonna have any dirt really yet, or compost that I'm going to use on the garden, but I'm going to show you where it will. So yeah, I kind of look at it, make sure it's okay, cover it back up with my browns, and you can kind of work in your browns if you want. I mean, you're supposed to layer. I sort of layer with everything, and then I kind of just, I don't know, I use my hands. I know you're like, this is so gross, Sarah, whatever. I love it. I'm obsessed. And then it starts to smell so good, and you can tell it's working. It doesn't smell rotting. It smells like dirt. And oh yeah, it smells like super healthy soil, basically. Okay. I want to talk about also what I'm putting on top, the mulch that I use. If you live somewhere that don't have guadua leaves, guadua is like super amazing for putting on the top of this compost because it breaks down pretty fast. Just like leaves, it's just a leafy breakdown. But you can see I just cover it like so, and then throw them on top. This is like the easiest method of composting is dig a trench, fill it up, cover it with leaves. Let it set. Keep an eye on it to make sure it's not getting too stinky, too gross, too wet, too dry. If it's too dry, you can add some water. But let me show you. This is an old spot here. And you can see this dirt here is becoming, it looks so good. Oh, and it smells amazing. But this will all break down in the compost bin, which I know they're not supposed to be there. Avocados growing. I have some yucca growing. I have some lulo growing. And I know what you're thinking. You're probably out there thinking, You're not supposed to grow stuff in your compost. I just let it. It's a volunteer. It's free food. It's growing. If it grows, if it's doing well, I leave it. The yucca I'll pull in probably a year. It'll be fine over there. I'm only using the second part over there for compost, and this is my main compost. But yeah, and then we're just gonna cover it with that plastic so it doesn't get too wet because, you know, hills, rain. I don't want all my compost nutrients to go away. The second super easy way to compost, to create free soil, to create anything, is my red wiggler worm bin. I made this myself with some buckets I bought from the hardware store. And a friend of mine gave me just a handful of red wigglers, like a small bag. And now I have this huge tower. They love coffee skins. So I have a ton of coffee skins. So yeah, this is another method of making fertilizer. You can see try to show you. But yeah, so look at them. And you can buy red wigglers online. You can find a friend who has them, get them for free, make a bucket. And I have this as a I read online that it's better to have like a 3-tower system. And then they're supposed to crawl into the second bucket. Mine they stay here. The other ones. I kind of divided them to see if they would come up, but nope, they're completely happy down here. But you can see in this first, the lower bucket. Oh, there's no. One escaped. No. Oh no, Nixie. So you can see how black this is. Amazing. So you can put this on because they're slowly, the worms are slowly migrating to the top one because there's not much left for them to eat in here. And in here there's a ton of stuff for them to eat. This you have to put in some cardboard. So they have like layers. So I have cardboard layers and stuff, food. And then, so I just took these buckets, drilled holes in them so they drain and they can crawl through. And then, this is also liquid fertilizer. Look at that. Oh, shoot. Well, the dog's gonna lick that. Okay, so trying to show you and I spilled it. That's fine. Yeah, so the dog will lick it. It's okay. So you just need a little bit of that on your garden or a little bit of the dirt. And yeah, that's it. It's another simple, easy way to compost. This is super easy. And I made it. I know you're probably looking, you're like, well, that looks horrible, but it was essentially free. So way number 2, Red Wiggler Worm Farm. Free fertilizer for your garden. Use what you got on hand. Just make sure you follow the rules. They need enough carbon, they need food, carbon, so they're not too wet, not too dry. Composting is kind of is all the same. Can't be too wet, can't be too dry, no matter what method you're using. You don't want to kill the worms. One time they were escaping. I thought I killed them, but they were fine. And I think I could, if I had the next thing I'm going to do with this is learn how to do black soldier fly larvae when I get chickens, because there are some black soldier flies I think have laid eggs in here. I can see them, but that will be like a project for another day. The third way I'm creating fertilizer on my small farm is rabbits. This is the whole reason I got rabbits, because they produce a lot of poop. I just cleaned them out yesterday or the day before, and they already have a ton of poop in here, and it's amazing. So the great thing about rabbits is you can put their poop directly on plants, or you can soak it overnight and use it as like a fermented kind of rabbit juice, and then it goes a little bit further. But I either throw it in the compost. Yes, the other day I actually put it on my pineapples, because I just scattered it around the pineapples and then mulched the pineapples with the bamboo leaves to hold it in place. And then it'll slowly soak down. So it's cold. It's known as a cold fertilizer, a cold poop, so it can be used directly on your plants. Obviously not the ones that you're gonna eat right away. I don't put it on my root vegetables. I don't put it on foods that are gonna be directly touching the ground. So if it's like, you know, something that's growing up higher, I do it that way. If I'm gonna do the other way, I will put the worm hummus or just compost around it where it's not like, you know, poop and pee. Another great thing about rabbits is they're small. They have this little hutch, but they actually, I let them out all the time. They are on the porch constantly. They poop in the same spot, so it's super easy to clean. I can just clean right here. They don't poop anywhere else, so I can let them out on the porch all day long and they're gonna come and poop in their one spot, so it's easy to save their poop. Come on, and I don't think they're gonna come out to say hi. No? They're a little bit shy. Hi girls. Queenie and Lolita. And obviously this is not a free, I had to buy the rabbits, so they cost me 70,000 pesos for 2 rabbits, and their food is, they eat mostly grass and whatever I give them from the farm, and then I give them like a little tiny bit of pellets. You can kind of see them in there. There you go. Hi girls. There they are. I think they're Angora rabbits. They're so fluffy. I love them so much. They're just so cute. The one is kind of bossy. She's like the alpha, and the other one's, the fat fluffy one on the left, is so chill. Yeah, I highly recommend getting rabbits, especially for their poop. And they're so easy. They're so low maintenance. My most fun way of composting and creating free fertilizer is these 2 little fluffy love bugs. Okay girls, I'll see you later. Okay, so you thought composting in a ditch was easy. This is even easier. If you have a small space or you don't have a lot of room, this is, I learned from Korean natural farmers. Basically, fermenting everything. You just throw everything in a bucket, put a really tight lid on it, and voila. You get mold, you get really, really stinky compost. And it's raining, but we're gonna finish this. And look at this. I just put everything, because I have a lot of bananas. You can stir it when you want. Look at that. And I'm gonna tell you, it stinks so bad. And I know that if you have a small space, you can do it in your garage. Because once you cover it, the stink goes away. So, again, Nixie's gonna help. We got the helper Nixie. She loves this. This is how you can tell. No. She's drinking it. So yeah, this is the stinkiest way, but also can be done in small spaces in your garage, because all you need to do is a little bit of it. I'm not gonna take it out. It started to rain. But you can see all this bananas, and I put rabbit poop in here. I put everything you can think of. I just throw it in here, and then when I want to use it, I just take a little bit out, dilute it pretty good, refill it, and cover it. And when you cover it, the smell goes away. I promise. Maybe not right away. It might take a few minutes, but I think it's a good way. You can put it in your garage, and you can keep this forever. The more mold, the more stinky, the more fermented it gets, the healthier it is for your plants. It's growing all kinds of like bacteria and all kinds of good germs. Look at her. She loves it, and it's good. It's healthy. She's gonna be like, you're gonna smell so bad. She toots a lot and she stinks. So yeah. So those are the 4 methods that I use to create soil, my own soil, create free fertilizer from stuff that I've eaten and have had at the farm. And with this fermented bucket, you can take all your grass clippings, as long as there's no you don't use any pesticides. You can put grass clippings in here. You can put leftover food. You just put it in a bucket, seal it, leave it, let it get stinky, let it grow mold, stir it up, use it, dilute it on your plants. Free fertilizer. We have the trench compost method, making free soil and free fertilizer. We have the red wigglers. Yes, you have to buy the red wigglers, or you know a friend. You make a box, you get hummus, you get free fertilizer. You can also put the gold dirt on your plants. Then we have rabbit poop. Rabbits are super easy, super low maintenance. I love them. They're fun. Put their poop directly on plants. And number 4, stinky fermentation, water, and just dilute it and put it on your plants. You can do all kinds of things with stuff that you have laying around your house to make free fertilizer. Don't buy fertilizer. Don't let this trap of, we're running out of fertilizer. Fertilizer's too expensive. Get to your head, because you can create your own. My next method, I'm going to set up a composting toilet in my house. Because you can use your own waste. We don't like to talk about poop as I don't know why, I'm a nurse. We always talk about poop. But it's like great fertilizer. You put it somewhere away, you learn, you read online how to do it, you compost it, let it set for a year, for 2 years, however long you want, and then it's, all your waste gets composted down to this little tiny bit of soil, free soil, coming from you. So yeah, that would be my next adventure into composting. I'm slightly obsessed with composting. I love making something from nothing, and I think because it's kind of sciencey. I like it. I find it super interesting. I love the smell of soil. I love the smell of creating fresh dirt and taking care of the worms and the rabbits and this even thing is so stinky, but I don't care. I love it. So yes, so go out and make some free soil. Don't let the fertilizer prices go up deter you from making your own garden or creating your own soil. I've spent over 1.5 years creating all of this, so it takes time. It's long, it's not fast, but that's like anything in life. It takes time to create something. But if you're willing to have fresh food and vegetables with no chemicals, no harmful pesticides, and nothing bad, nothing on this farm is ever been touched by a chemical since I've lived here, or the past 4 years actually, because he didn't use chemicals either, the guy who I bought the farm from. Anyways, thank you so much. I will see y'all in the next video. Bye. Come on, next por la casa.